What's up, guys? Happy 2026. Happy New Year. Yes, I'm recording lately in my car. That's probably when I have the free time or I get inspired. Let's call it like that. I just want to say, guys, that you probably guys have heard that, oh, new year, new me. One day, your whole life doesn't change. Unless there's a dramatic situation like an accident or something like that. But taking those aside, you know what I mean. When I want to go with this is like 2025, just like any other year, depending on the ones that has more days based on February, but has 365 days. You're not gonna change in one day what you didn't change in 365, but you can start planting the seed to have that mentality of being a better person. When it comes to plans in terms of investments, businesses, and stuff like that, those plans started last year. Some people plan for 2026 started in June, some others in October. So, but we all have our own process, our own understanding, our own way of doing things. Also, knowing that if your plans are to be a different person, just do it one day at a time. Don't feel like today you have to do so many things. Like, people will sign up to the gym today. They will be losing their mind in the gym today. Buy gym clothes, or probably starting in December, getting themselves gym clothes and stuff like that. And it's good, but at the end of the day, probably February, you're not visiting the gym anymore. Probably 2 days into it. I personally have done the gym work, go to the gym. I have done that process so many times throughout my years. And, I last longer than 2-3 months, but I never try to do it like my New Year's resolution type of thing. I always did any point in time during the year that I felt like, or I hit rock bottom and noticed and realized that, hey, I have to change my life. I have to change my health. X, Y, and Z. And myself, I'm on the process again. But that didn't start today. It started in November. Mid-November. And by December, people that were around me noticed the huge change. And what I wanna, my point going with this, what I wanna make you guys think about is that don't be too hard on yourself. Changes, yes, change. Change is good, especially when you're going on the right direction. But don't force yourself to try to do it overnight. Be gentle on yourself, because probably last year was a hard year for you. Probably you lost someone. Probably you lost yourself. And you are in the process of finding yourself again. Which is an easy way to say it, but it's hard for people to actually implementing. It's just get close to Jesus Christ. That will be the path of finding yourself. In the Word, that's where you will find everything. That's the book of life. And everything that you're going through is in there. It tells you how to get out of it, how to keep growing, how to love, how to love that wife, how to love that husband, how to take care of your kids, how to grow your kids. Whatever you're trying to look for is in there. And remember, change, when you are changing, not only yourself physically or mentally or spiritually change, your surroundings also change. And they have to change. In a good way, probably people will see it in a bad way, but change. You've been changing your whole entire life. You probably haven't really realized it. Because when you were 10 years old, you were hanging around with people with 10 years old, your age. Once you hit 20, you were not hanging around with 10 years old, boys or girls. You change. So when you turn 30, you're not hanging around anymore with 20 years old. You're hanging around with 30s. And the only things you might be doing at 30 that you were doing probably at your 10s or 15s, 20s was your hobbies. You know, it could be, let's say, dirt bike, golf, video games. You get the point. So with that said, you just have to realize that in order to grow, you have to change. And with this, I'm not saying you have to change the bad things. So if you want to be a great barber, a great professional, a great father, or better father, better professional, better son, better whatever your better is, there is a change that has to happen. But that starts with you. And once you realize that that's how it's gonna be, then everything can start happening. And just take it one day at a time. Once you understand that it's one day at a time, you are on the right path. If you don't do it that way, nah, you're not gonna be successful in that. You're not gonna complete it, and you're gonna quit. So, with that being said, guys, I wish you a amazing and blessed 2026. Start planting your seeds. Start changing those things that need to be changed. And start getting away from the people that you need to stay away from. And you will see the fruit of your plans. Have a great night, guys.